Hey guys, Greg with Valkyrie Combat. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about how we do some of the work that we do here, the processes behind it and the techniques and the equipment involved. So I thought the best way to educate you guys about that a little bit would be to give you a quick behind the scenes tour of the shop here. So I just got back from running a couple errands. Let's head inside and see what the boys are up to. All right. So when we walk in, we're basically inside my office. As you can tell, we're not exactly a typical type of gun store. We're more of what I like to refer to as a custom firearms lounge. So when customers come in, we'll sit down here and discuss their needs and find out the specifics of what they're looking for on their project and how we can assist them. And of course, you have my nightmare, disaster, messy desk here. And we've got my personal SBR, customized of course here at Valkyrie Combat. This one has our Valhalla camo on it with what looks like, if I remember correctly, desert sand, OD green, graphite black, and you can even see hints of Smith's gray in there. Very nice, my precious. All right, let's head back into the shop. So this is where it happens, guys. This is the Valkyrie Combat shop. You can see all of our equipment and staging areas here for projects. Then back behind me, we've got the grip workstation, where it looks like Marcos is diligently performing this work. Looks like Marcos is stippling a, what are you working on there, an M&P?
Yes, sir.
M&P. Let's see if we can get a close up here. Nice. So as you guys can tell, those of you not familiar with stippling, this work is time consuming, tedious, and requires steady hands and attention to detail. We've seen some customer jobs where they've attempted to stipple their guns themselves, and believe me, it's not for the layman. I mean, unless you've practiced this a few times, you can mess up a firearm pretty good. Marcos is a pro though, looking good. All right, so the rest of our shop is mostly set aside for Cerakote work. I mean, we do more of that than just about anything else. It's pretty much the lion's share of the custom projects that we get in here are Cerakote related. So you've got the blast cabinet where we prep the materials and the surfaces that are going to be getting coated. So firearms go inside, and then they get blasted with 100 grit aluminum oxide blast media to remove any of the existing coating. And what that also does is it puts a pitting in the surface so that the paint has something a little more to grab onto. Then we've got these benches here that at the moment are kind of empty, but that's because most of my guys are at lunch and they put away most of our projects in the safe when they leave, at least all the serialized projects. But we use these benches to organize and just kind of catalog projects. You can see here one of them that's kind of laid out and getting ready to be degreased before coating. And this one, where you see the very light colored metal, that's one that has already been through the blast cabinet that I showed you. So this one has already been blasted and had the existing coating removed for it. A lot of the grip work that Marcos also does with the grip reductions on Glocks and things like that, we utilize various sanding machinery and things like that to accomplish those ends. Over here is where most of the Cerakote work happens. So you can see our spray booth, which is fairly large, which is good because that enables us to do a lot of projects at once. I mean, we could even get 2 Cerakote applicators in the same time if we need to. And you can see a few projects that are kind of in the works right now. These have already been sandblasted and degreased and are ready for the paint to be applied. You can see on this Glock, it's had grip work done. This one was for our buddies at Spartan Arms. You can see their logo was stippled into the side of it. And of course, we've masked off the rails and any other sensitive areas prior to coating it. Let's see what else we got back here. kind of slim pickings at the moment. Like I said, a lot of the stuff is in the safe because most of my guys are at lunch. Here's a weapon that looks like it's already received a coat of FDE, and that is one of our Valkyrie package slides. You can see all the machining work that's done on there. Here we've got a couple test panels. So what we use this type of stuff for is frequently to test out new colors and patterns before we put them on a gun. So this one, it looks like we're playing with some sort of funky purple Cerakote. And then after the coating has been applied, they go into the oven and they're cured and they're cooked at a variety of temperatures. Let's see if anything's in there at the moment. No such luck. Over here you've got where we catalog all the internal parts for the weapons that we're working on. This is our armorer's bench where our armor disassembles and reassembles everything and troubleshoots any problems that we encounter. And over here, this is where we apply the stencils from vinyl that create a lot of our patterns. In fact, here you can see this one was used recently on the Dirty Valkyrie blade that we did in conjunction with our boys over at Artificum Solus. And those are created using this vinyl stencil cutter over here. So this thing cuts out those stencils, then we peel them and apply them to the weapons prior to coating them, and that's what allows us to get away with a lot of these cool patterns. In fact, you can see a couple of our completed projects over here. Looks like we've got a couple of blades that were done for the guys at Artificum Solus. In fact, this one was, you guys probably remember the Boba Fett blade. This thing's pretty cool. Looks like a clever girl with Kerrigan camo on it. We've got a Glock 22 that's been grip chopped, had our logo stippled into it, and then had Dragon Mail camo applied to it. Looks like a high power that's received satin aluminum, a Glock 26 that's had our full Valkyrie package, and then Kerrigan camo applied to it. This fancy sucker was done for Misha Tate, UFC fighter Misha Tate, and then this one was for her boyfriend Brian Caraway, also a UFC fighter. So these turned out really, really cool. So that's pretty much it. That's the shop. That's where the magic happens over here. Oh, looks like we've got, this was from the last raffle that we did with Artificum Solus. These are ready to be shipped out today. So those of you waiting on raffle items, your wait's almost over. I'll be getting these out today to you guys, so you'll have them in hand, I'd say, in the next 3 or 4 days. So that's pretty much it. That's the Valkyrie Combat shop. I think I'm going to do some more videos in the future that focus on some of the specific work that we do here, like one focusing on Cerakote, one focusing on, you know, grip reduction and stippling and things like that, so you guys can really get into the, you know, the meat and potatoes and the specifics behind what we do here. So anyhow, thanks for joining me on this tour. We'll see you guys soon, and stay safe out there. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.